Welcome to Year 4. Year 4 staff. Mrs. Ahmed teaches 4SA. Mr. Hoyle teaches 4DH. Mrs. Brady teaches 4BC on a Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. My name is Mr. Clifford and I teach 4BC on a Monday and Tuesday, and I'm also the assistant head teacher responsible for Year 3 and 4. Teaching assistants in Year 4 are Mrs. McKean, Mrs. Killeek, Miss Hayes and Mrs. Lawrence, and Mrs. Bradley is a higher level teaching assistant. Here are all the subjects that we teach in Year 4. We ensure the children have a broad and balanced curriculum. English is taught daily, so is maths, and reading is taught at least 3 times a week. Homework is given out once a week on a Friday. The children have tasks to complete in English, maths, and one wider curriculum task, and we ask for homework to be handed back in on a Tuesday. We expect all children in Year 4 to aim high and show our core values. Our core values are equality, respect, kindness, resilience, honesty. We also want the children to have good health, both physical and mental. At Birchfields, we always focus on the positive, and children are rewarded for good behaviour and attendance. Here you'll see a list of all the rewards that the children get for behaving well. These include house points and moving their peg to outstanding. We have a weekly outstanding assembly where children are awarded an outstanding certificate. If your child is awarded one of these, you'll be invited to that assembly. The most prestigious award at school is the Always Badge. Children have to earn their Always Badge by always making good choices and always aiming high and always being well behaved. Children get lots of rewards for attendance. Each half term, if children have 100% attendance, they're entered into a raffle with a chance of winning a £5 Amazon voucher. In term 1, if children get 100%, they get their bronze badge. If in term 2 they still have 100%, they're awarded their silver badge. And in term 3, if they still have 100%, they get their gold badge. These children are then entered into a raffle with a chance of winning a tablet. Whilst we focus on the positives, we have a consistent list of sanctions for inappropriate behaviour. These start with medium level, where the children might receive a warning and minutes off their playtime, to medium level, where they miss playtime and golden time, to high level. These sanctions are decided by the head and the deputy head teacher. If your child displays any high level behaviour, we will always inform you. There'll be 2 trips this year in Year 4. One will be into Manchester and we'll get there a bus into the city centre, and one will be further afield, where we'll hire a coach and take the children somewhere exciting. More details on this to come later in the year. Every Friday the children must go swimming. This is statutory. All children have to have swimming lessons at some point in primary school. So the children can wear a one-piece. It must be one piece. Okay, tight fitting, not loose. Boys can wear trunks. Girls can wear a swimming costume. Baggy shorts are not allowed, and 2-piece swimming costumes, even if they're fitted like these, are not allowed. Children must bring a towel to dry themselves. Boys and girls with long hair must have it tied up and put inside a swimming cap. These larger swimming caps online are often called a soul cap. If you need any help finding any of this kit, please speak to your class teacher. The children are learning to swim as a life-saving skill, so no goggles are allowed any time in the swimming pool. How can you help? Please read with your child for 20 minutes every night. Ensure they read fluently and understand what they're reading. Spellings. These are given out on a Monday and tested the following week, so please practice lots. Ensure they've done their homework each week. Ask your child about their day. What did they learn? Please make sure that the children have a good, decent bedtime and that devices are put away well before bed so the children get a restful night's sleep. Children in Year 4 still benefit from a bedtime story too. Please label the uniform, especially their jumpers, in case they get lost. Be prepared with your PE kit. Children must wear their PE kit to school on a Thursday and bring their summer kit on a Friday. Please ask your child to look after their water bottle and make sure they bring it home regularly to wash. All school communication is sent out via the app or the website, so please check this regularly. Have you got any skills or knowledge that would help us in school? If so, please come into reception and fill in a volunteer form. And always ensure we have the correct contact details for you. So if you change your phone number, please let us know. So our new reading record is called a homework planner. We have a double page for each day. On this page, each day you write down the name of the book and how many pages your child has read, and please sign it to show that they've read each night. In this column, the children will write or stick in the spellings they have to learn or the maths facts they have to learn for the week. Make sure your child circles yes, that they have completed their homework. Here we might put some reminders about things that are happening in school that week, and we'll always let you know your child's spelling and maths score. When children start school at Birchfields, we ask parents and carers to sign a homeschool agreement. Here is a list of responsibilities of the school, responsibilities of the child, and responsibilities of parents and carers. Please make sure you're familiar with this document. So, how can you find out more information about what your children are learning, what your child is learning? The website is the best place to do this. Okay, so our website address is birchfieldsprimary.com, or you can just Google Birchfields Primary. It's usually the first thing that comes up. Now you'll see from the tabs here, there's lots of information on our website, but I'm just going to show you today the year group tab and the curriculum tab. Okay, so let's scroll down to Year 4. The first thing you'll see on the Year 4 page is the Year 4 gallery. Here you'll find pictures of children learning across the curriculum. So far, we've got some actual artwork on our gallery. These are portraits that the children did in the first week. New content is added here regularly, and you will often see pictures of your children. So please check the content of the gallery every week. The next thing you'll find is the curriculum overview. So this gives you the overview of all the learning that all Year 4 pupils at Birchfields will do over the year. Let's open this. So if we scroll down from the title page, we can see each column is a block or a half term, and each row is a curriculum area. So here we have the row for reading, and we can see that in reading the theme is Finding Freedom, and the children are going to be reading The Undefeated by Kwame Alexander for 3 weeks, and then they'll move on to Zombarella for another 3 weeks, and there are all the reading texts that the children will learn about in reading. If we go down to the next column, we can see it's writing, and the children are still working on the same theme, Finding Freedom. The text they're using is Tar Beach, and the main outcome, they're going to be writing play scripts. In the next text, the children will be focusing on explanations. So you can see right across the year exactly the text that the children are using and the main outcomes in writing. And then we move down, we have maths, the topics that will be covered: science, and we move down to history. Now you'll see history is taught 3 times a year, and we have 3 topics: ancient Egypt, Anglo-Saxons and Scots, and the Vikings and Anglo-Saxons. Geography is also taught 3 times a year because we have 3 projects. Art is taught 3 times a year with 3 projects there, and DT is taught 3 times a year with 3 projects there. So any grey box means that that subject is not taught in that half term. So that gives you an overview of the curriculum for Year 4 children. The next tab is homework. So usually there's enough help in your child's homework book, so please read that, and the instructions are there, and we usually put an example. But sometimes we may also add a page to help the children with the homework. So here's a link that will help the children with their homework about the book, The Undefeated. The next tab on the year group page is reading at home. So information here about how we use Accelerated Reader, what ZPDs are, and how often the children should be doing quizzes. The final tab on the year group page is remote learning. If your child has to stay at home but is able to learn, there are 5 days of learning here in English and Maths. So if you click on day 1, there are fun lessons on the website for your child to attempt. So that's a year group page. If you've got children in other year groups, you can see the quick links are here. So that's the year group tab. Let's move across to the curriculum tab. So here you will see details of every subject that we teach in school. So I'm going to show you first English. And all these pages work in a very similar way. The first document you'll see on all the curriculum pages is a success document. After the title page, this gives you lots of information about how we teach English and what the children need to do to show us that they've been successful in that subject. The next document is the English overview. This is a whole school document, not just a Year 4 document. So for each area of learning, you can see what the children are learning. Okay, so if we look at Year 4, we can see their reading, their learning for the year is there. This will be the same as the curriculum overview on the year group page. The next document, another whole school document, is the knowledge and skills that we teach. So here on the first page, you can see the knowledge and skills that we teach in word reading. So right from nursery to reception. So here are the Year 4 word reading knowledge and skills that they'll be taught in their lessons. And if we scroll down, you can see that for every area of English. The next tab is really important. This shows you exactly what the children are going to be doing in all of their English lessons. So if we scroll down to Year 4, so this is a Year 4 medium-term plan, which starts off with writing. So this first page is all the knowledge and skills that the children are going to acquire in writing. If we scroll down, the literacy leaf is all the skills the children are going to acquire in reading. And the spelling seed shows the focus for spelling. Now you can see here, this is a 3-week unit. We've got 3 weeks of 5 lessons, and each lesson for writing has a learning focus which has been planned out. Each lesson for reading has a learning focus, and the spellings that we're going to be teaching, or the spelling patterns that we're going to be teaching, have been detailed. And then you can see for every unit of work that we teach in English, there are the knowledge and skills, and then a lesson by lesson breakdown of the learning. Every medium term plan, every English lesson has been planned right up to the summer. The final thing on the English curriculum page are the English teaching texts. These are the high quality and diverse texts that we're going to be using as the basis for our English and reading lessons, and the texts that we're going to be using to teach important reading and writing skills. So we can see here we start with the nursery, so I'm going to scroll down to year 4. And you'll see here, these are the texts that we'll be using in reading and English lessons. These texts, the names of these texts are also on the curriculum overview for year 4. You'll see all those books named as well. So that's the English page. Let's have a look at another curriculum area now. Let's go to Spanish. So again, MFL, so Spanish, MFL is Modern Foreign Language. So again, it starts with a success in modern foreign language, key skills and what the children need to do to show us they're successful and how we teach Spanish. An overview of the topics that we will be covering. That's a whole school document again. The knowledge and skills that the children will be learning right across the school from year 3 to 6. Spanish is not taught in foundation stage or key stage 1. And then again, we have the medium term plans. So if we click on the medium term plans, we see they start at year 3 because we don't teach Spanish before that. So let's have a look at year 4. Okay, so the first unit is called My Town. We've got some context of the unit, the skills and knowledge that the children will acquire, the vocabulary, the resources, and then we've got a sequence of 6 lessons with key learning questions to help the children acquire this knowledge. And then we've got 3 units for Spanish. So the second one is called Let's Go. And the third one is called Free Time. So all curriculum pages work in the same way. So all the information for all of the curriculum, everything we teach at Birchfields is on the website for you to have a look at. So again, I'd just like to say again, welcome to year 4, and we hope your child has a fantastic year.